often answers with silence. Have you abandoned me, great serpent? Do you not hear my pleas? You understand me? Hear my voice. But I do not know you. I hesitate to ask, but what manner of being are you? Do you truly serve his will? No. I have heard my grandfather's tale of the moment of contact. You are not what he described. But to see you here, perhaps the great serpent works through you. That, in this dark moment, would be enough. I have reached out so many times, to hear nothing but echoes. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, there is still reason to hope. The great serpent will see us. But time is short. The bridge collapses. The gate is still open. The experiment still runs.
I don't ascribe to their religion, I can empathize with losing a house of worship, especially after a calamity like this.
Are you expecting me to jump down after you?
Do you hear it? The great Serpent speaks to you, guides you. You return. What news do you have of Anasco? Then my vision did not betray me.
Well, it would seem I owe you an apology, sister.
There is no need, brother. Your skepticism only.
As you say. But, to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid him? Yes, the pinnacle of the Citadel was modified to house the equipment to create a gate to the Vortex. If it still runs, that would explain everything we have experienced since the initial incident.
It is much more than that. Normally when I pray for Anasco's return, I sense he is lost, fading. But even as it receded, I felt him anchored to...
And you believe the Harbinger is this anchor?
Yes. There are some who suggest that when Jinan communed with the Great Serpent, a similar bond had been... I believe the same is true for you and
I would need time to attempt a scientific...
This husks comments aside, that is the essence of faith. Not all things. I do not know what lies ahead. My visions do not go beyond this. But I do know this link would play a role. In fact...
Agreed. And with this settled, we can now together we will find a way to...
You do not have approval to trade with. Apologies, but you're not clear to purchase from me yet.
His eyes are always watching. This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to
If you are
restore
not
the
a
city.
member of House Bethel, you do not belong. Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more!
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anasco's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left. And until he returns, Victor refuses to...
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider. Of course not. You are an outsider.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding...
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if she's become promised, truly her arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both... Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Harbinger, are you well practiced in discretion? I hope your word is good as well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but he is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent... What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignant as if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no I do not wish Varric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be... And showing leniency for a house member at a time like this when...
The law. Our work is not so simple, and you act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Varric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not...
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will... Varric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid. See that you get it done. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Varric's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate. Good. And remember, absolute. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric for personal reasons.
So many lives lost.
That I would ask you to
This
spare.
family can't afford another.
You have a job to do, Harbinger. Get it done. The Ministry of State maintains we enforce the common goals, that our lives are... In order for everyone to contribute, we do not... Serpent guide you.
Mindful of your actions.
yourself. There's already enough trouble in Dazra. This city. I can hardly understand what I'm seeing.
Good to be back on board.